Hello, Northwest Georgia, and welcome to your weather on North Georgia Television. Hope you had a great weekend. After storms yesterday, skies clearing and chilly temperatures this morning in the low 40s. Expect a bright, sunny day today. Highs reaching near 65 early this evening, and northwest winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, temps drop back down around 42 again. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 under clear skies. And around the region, Calhoun 42. Warming up to 55 by noon, and then a high of 66 late this afternoon. In Chatsworth, 41 this morning, 53 at noon, and then up to 64 early this evening. Chickamauga, 41 this morning, 53 at noon, and then up to 64. And Cohutta, 41. 53 expected midday, and then on to 64 as well. Dalton had 42 for the overnight low early this morning, up to 54 by midday, and then on up to 65. And Fairmount, 43 early this morning, expect a noon temp of 55 and an area high of 65 this afternoon. Fort Oglethorpe, also at 43, midday 54, and then temps steadily rise up to 65 around 5 p.m. And Lafayette, 42, 55 at midday, and then 65 for you as well. And Ringgold at 42 this morning, midday 54, and 65 for you early this evening. Our 7-day forecast, tomorrow partly cloudy, temps in the upper 70s, winds south at 5 to 10. Then partly cloudy overnight with temps in the low 50s and light and variable winds. Wednesday overcast, temps near 80, south winds at 5 to 10, and cloudy overnight with temps near 60 and light and variable winds. Thursday, cloudy with south-southeast winds at 10 to 15, highs near 80, nighttime lows right at 60, Thursday night with thunderstorms likely. And on Friday, rain early and mostly cloudy. Highs near 70 and lows in the upper 40s. Friday night under partly cloudy skies. And on Saturday, showers early and a cloudy afternoon. Highs in the low 60s. Partly cloudy Saturday night, lows at 45. Sunday mainly sunny, high 74. Clear overnight, lows near 50. And next Monday, mostly sunny and up into the low 80s. Clear overnight, lows in the mid 50s. And that's your weather. Remember, whatever the weather, we at North Georgia Television hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. And here are the area obituaries. Lois Wilbanks Powell, age 82. Lois Powell of Dalton passed away Thursday, April 11th at Hamilton Medical Center. The funeral service was held Sunday, April 14th at 2 p.m. at the Pleasant Grove Chapel of Julian Peoples Funeral Home, with Reverend Billy Willis officiating. Burial will be in the West Hill Cemetery. You may leave the family a message at julianpeoples.com. Wilma Nadine Polk, age 86. Wilma Polk of Dalton passed away on Friday, April 12th. Services were held Sunday at 2:30 p.m. in the Chapel of Love Funeral Home with Reverend Roy Gentry Jr. officiating. Burial in Dogwood Valley Cemetery. Flowers are accepted or memorials will be made to Alzheimer's Association in Dalton. Mr. Thomas Herman Marcus, age 78. Herman Marcus of Resaca departed this life Friday, April 12th at his residence. Service to celebrate the life of Mr. Thomas Herman Marcus will be held Sunday, April 14th, 4 p.m. from Ponders Melrose Chapel with Reverend Wayne Marcus and Reverend George Ross officiating. Interment to follow at the Center Point Baptist Church Cemetery. Johnny Caudill, age 74. Johnny Caudill of Dalton passed away Saturday, April 13th at his residence. The funeral service will be held Monday, April 15th at 3 p.m. at Salem Baptist Church with Reverend Derry Kittle officiating. Burial will be in United Memorial Gardens. The family will receive friends at the funeral home Monday from 1 p.m. until the service time of 3 p.m. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to St. Jude's Cancer Research. William H. Bosch Baggett, age 84. Bosch Baggett of Lafayette passed away on Friday, April 12th at Hamilton Medical Center. The funeral service will be held Monday, April 15th at 1 p.m. at the Rocky Face Chapel of Julian Peoples Funeral Home. The family will receive friends at the funeral home Monday from 11 until the service hour at 1 p.m. Burial will be in Dunnigan Cemetery. Rhonda Paulette Strickland, age 65. Rhonda Strickland of Leeds, Alabama, formerly of Rossville, passed away Friday, April 12th. Graveside services will be held 11 a.m. Monday, April 15th in the Hawkins Cemetery on Lookout Mountain with Brother Steve Lawley officiating. The family will receive friends prior to leaving for the cemetery on Monday at the Wilson and Son Funeral Home, Fort Oglethorpe Chapel. Larry Delbert Bowen, age 78. Larry Bowen of Dalton passed away Wednesday, April 10th at Advent Health in Tavares, Florida. The Celebration of Life service will be held Tuesday, April 16th at 7 p.m. at Rocky Face Chapel of Julian Peoples Funeral Home with Reverend Stan Lester officiating. The family will receive friends at the funeral home Tuesday from 5 until the service hour at 7. Interment will be at Butler County Memorial Park in Hamilton, Ohio. Billy K. Paget, Sr., age 82. Billy Paget of Calhoun passed away Friday, April 12th at Gordon Hospital. Funeral services will be conducted on Tuesday, April 16th at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Thomas Funeral Home with Dr. Bert Vaughn and Dr. John Barber officiating. Interment will follow in Fane Cemetery. Johnny Carroll Sweeten, Jr., age 74. Johnny Sweeten of Rossville passed away Thursday, April 11th. Funeral services will be held at 2 p.m. Tuesday, April 16th in the Wilson and Son Fort Oglethorpe Chapel. Burial will follow in the Lakewood South Memory Gardens. The family will receive friends after 3 p.m. on Monday and prior to the service on Tuesday at the funeral home. Anita Joyce Chambers, age 89. Anita Chambers of Rossville went home to be with the Lord on Thursday, April 11th. Funeral services will be 1 p.m. Tuesday in the Funeral Home Chapel with Reverend Charles Fountain officiating. Interment will follow at Lakewood Memory Gardens South. The family will receive friends 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Tuesday at Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway. In lieu of flowers, donations may be made to a charity of your choosing. That's our obituaries. Now stay tuned for your news.
Welcome to North Georgia Television News. We are your news covering Catoosa, Gordon, Murray, Walker, and Whitfield counties. In the news today, Tax Day reminder, legislation to strengthen existing efforts to understand and improve prevention of sudden unexpected infant death and sudden unexpected death in childhood. We'll have an update on the E. coli outbreak. GNTC Early Childhood Care and Education student receives scholarship, and an update on Dr. Stephen Foster's current situation. Also, tips to avoid distracted driving from the Georgia Office of Highway Safety, the Northwest Georgia Humane Society Pet of the Week. Then we'll learn about finding passion and purpose in serving others. Three local singers and songwriters will share the stage for a night of song and story. Results of a recent Easter survey and upcoming events. But first, thanks to Grant and Lindsay Parker of Parker Productions for a fun-filled Saturday night at the Wink Theater. My production team and I visited with actor and musician John Snyder at an evening with John Snyder. Lots of people turned out, coming from all over the place, and it was just so much fun. Please be sure to tune in for my talk show, The Talk with Connie, for a John Snyder special airing April 25th through May 2nd. Now let's take a look at the news. Representative Tom Graves reminds you that today is tax day. In case you haven't filed your tax returns yet, or you have questions about the process under the new tax law, you can find a few helpful tips at tomgraves.house.gov. You can also file an extension by following the link on his website, just in case you need more time ahead of Monday's deadline. Also, you may qualify for the IRS's free file tool. Individuals and families that qualify can use this tool to file their tax returns for free. U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson has reintroduced bipartisan legislation to strengthen existing efforts to understand sudden unexpected infant death and sudden unexpected death in childhood. The Scarlet Sunshine on Sudden Unexpected Death Act, or Senate Bill 1130, would supply grants to help states, municipalities, and nonprofits improve data collection and death scene investigations related to unexpected infant and child deaths. It would also promote safe sleep practices and ensure death reviews for every infant and child fatality. Currently, there are no nationwide standards for investigating and collecting data following an infant or child death. This makes it nearly impossible to determine the causes of these deaths and what strategies our country can implement to prevent these tragedies. Sudden unexpected infant death refers to any sudden and unexpected death that occurs during infancy from birth to age 1, including sudden infant death syndrome, more commonly known as SIDS, and other ill-defined deaths. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, in 2017, there were 3,600 sudden unexpected infant deaths in the United States. Of these, there were about 1,400 deaths due to SIDS, about 1,300 due to unknown causes, and about 900 due to accidental suffocation and strangulation in bed. Sudden unexpected death in childhood refers to the death of a child 12 months and older that remains unexplained after a thorough case review. The Scarlet Sunshine on Sudden Unexpected Death Act coordinates efforts between the CDC in Atlanta and state and local agencies to improve reporting for sudden unexpected infant death and sudden unexpected death in childhood through grant funding and a commissioned CDC study on testing and best practices in these cases. The bipartisan bicameral legislation was introduced in the Senate by Isakson, along with Senators Bob Casey, a Democrat from Pennsylvania, Doug Jones, a Democrat from Alabama, and Sherrod Brown, a Democrat from Ohio. This bill has been endorsed by the American Academy of Pediatrics, Children's Hospital Association, Cribs for Kids, First Candle, March of Dimes, KID, Fighting for Produce Safety, SUDC Foundation, and Aaron Matthews Sid's Guild of Seattle Children's Hospital. In other news, a total of 109 people infected with the outbreak strain of E. coli 0103 have been reported from 6 states. The highest outbreak is in Kentucky with 54 cases confirmed. Tennessee has 28, Georgia 17, Ohio 7, Virginia 2, and Indiana only 1. 17 people have been hospitalized. No cases of let me try this really hard word. Hemolytic uremic syndrome, a type of kidney failure, have been reported. No deaths have been reported. Primarily, epidemiologic information suggests that ground beef is the source of this outbreak. Affected people in this outbreak report eating ground beef at home and in restaurants. Traceback investigations are ongoing to determine the source of ground beef supplied to grocery stores and restaurant locations where ill people ate. At this time, no common supplier, distributor, or brand of ground beef has been identified. CDC is not recommending that consumers avoid eating ground beef. Consumers and restaurants should handle ground beef safely and cook it thoroughly to avoid foodborne illnesses. At this time, CDC is not recommending that retailers stop serving or selling ground beef. This is a rapidly evolving investigation. We will provide updates as more information becomes available. And please sit tight. We have some good stuff coming up.
With VidLink, we're taking TV, streaming, and video to the next level with one simple app.
Having all the channels in HD is a huge plus. The quality of the picture on each channel is untouched by anything on the market right now. I would highly recommend VidLink to all my friends.
One thing I love about VidLink is the restart feature. If I turn on the TV and it's 10 minutes into a show, I just hit that restart button and I get to watch the whole thing.
Contact us today to learn how you can get linked.
While the word cancer can strike fear at the deepest level of our souls, in the case of skin cancer, the prognosis is very good. Basal cell and squamous cell carcinomas are the most common and are not normally included in cancer statistics.
Our office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of skin cancer.
If you're concerned about a mole or freckle that may be changing, give us a call. Most treatments can be performed in our office in about 15 minutes with very little discomfort.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, L'Abri Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe Ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
Precision Chemical and Paper Supply is locally owned and operated by Damon Duckett, serving our community for 40-plus years. We can supply all your away-from-home needs. Business-to-business products include janitorial, food and beverage, facilities and ground, office products, and packaging. Located at 101 Bryant Avenue in Dalton. Give Precision Chemical and Paper Supply a call today at 706-226-8795 or visit them on their website at precisionchemicalandpaper.com.
Welcome back to your local news. First story up, most residents of Brackett Ridge Road were not in agreement about the county's pending decisions to close a 3.42-mile unpaved stretch of Brackett Ridge Road, according to a petition brought to a public hearing on the matter earlier this year. The road serves as a popular route to Whitfield County for some residents of southwest Murray County. Other issues brought up at the meeting were the impact of a local hunting club that access adjacent land and right-of-way for property owners should the road be abandoned by the county. Commissioner Hogan, true to his word, listened to the taxpayers. At the April 2 Commissioners meeting, Hogan announced that Brackett Ridge would remain open and continue to be maintained by the county. He said that he currently has many more Murray County residents for keeping the stretch of road open. He said the county will continue to maintain it as best they can. Georgia Northwestern Technical College Early Childhood Care and Education student Missy Blassingame received a $1,000 scholarship from the Floyd Rome Retired Educators Association. The scholarship was presented to Blassingame, a resident of Lindale, during a luncheon at the Thornton Recreation Center in Armurchie. Daphne Morrison presented the scholarship to Blassingame on behalf of FRREA. Each year, the Floyd Rome Retired Educators Association presents scholarships to exceptional students majoring in education. Scholarships also were awarded to students from Berry College, Shorter University, and the University of West Georgia during the presentation. The Early Childhood Care and Education program at GNTC is offered on all 6 GNTC campuses in the Northwest Georgia region. The program is offered as an associate degree, diploma, or certificate. As a follow-up to last week's distracted driving awareness reports, we wanted to emphasize a few easy steps drivers can take to avoid becoming distracted from the Georgia Office of Highway Safety. If you're expecting a text message or need to send one, pull over and put the vehicle in park. Make a passenger your designated texter. Give them access to your phone to respond to calls and messages. Use a cell phone holder and voice commands or Bluetooth devices if calls must be made or answered while driving. If nothing else, you can always put your cell phone in the trunk, glove compartment, back seat, or somewhere else it cannot be reached to avoid temptation. Now, for the pet of the week, Precious is a 1-year-old husky. She is great with all dogs and is leash trained. She loves being with people and would make a very loyal companion. To give this sweet girl a forever home, go to hsnwga.org. Adoptions are Saturday from noon until 4 p.m. at the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia. If you would like to foster a dog or cat, or if you'd like to volunteer, fill out an application online at athsnwga.org. The Humane Society of Northwest Georgia is a local organization supporting the Humane Companion Animal Bond. The organization is funded by the generosity of donations. Okay, now look at that cute dog, Precious. Somebody's got to pick her up. She's just adorable. Okay, now here's a little piece of news directly affecting this anchor woman. As reported by the Daily Citizen News late last week and picked up by the Associated Press and the Washington Post, among other national outlets, a former candidate for Congress is in the Whitfield County Jail after being charged with violating the terms of his probation for a 2018 DUI conviction. Dr. Steve Foster, who was the 2018 Democratic candidate in Georgia's 14th Congressional District, was charged last Tuesday by the Whitfield County Sheriff's Office with misdemeanor probation violation. Superior Court Judge Cindy Morris sentenced Foster, a Dalton businessman, philanthropist, and former physician, to 6 months to serve in jail and 6 months on probation for an August 7th conviction for DUI. Foster was released from jail on November 6th, which just happened to be Election Day. The Daily Citizen quoted me as saying, "He has done everything he was supposed to do to comply with his probation, except for take a DUI class." I served as the communications director for Foster's congressional campaign. Foster's attorney, Richard Murray, told the newspaper that, "From what I understand, the only issue is that Foster did not complete his DUI school. I believe he thinks he didn't have to do DUI school because his case is on appeal," but that is incorrect. Foster's probation agent, an official with Georgia Probation Service, declined to comment. I also stated that Foster had the course of his probation period to take the DUI class and that he does intend to comply. Look, it takes 2 days to complete a DUI class. Therefore, Foster has ample time to take the class and remain in compliance with the conditions of his probation. Foster had been scheduled for an appearance before Judge Boyette last Friday. However, that was moved to tomorrow, April 16th, before Judge Cindy Morris. What do you think of this? Is Foster in violation of his probation? Do you think he should have been sentenced to 6 months in jail and 6 months on probation for a first-time no-accident DUI when a standard first-time sentence averages 2 days? Further, why was his hearing date moved? Tell us what you think. Give us a call, send us a message, Facebook us. In other news, from United Way of Northwest Georgia, President Amanda Burke, it seems that many of us are living in constant pursuit of our passion or purpose. It has been her experience that finding passion and purpose is often best discovered in service to others. Kim Thames is a wonderful example of finding your passion through serving others. Kim moved to Dalton a few years ago. She joined United Way's Women's Leadership Council and now serves as the board chair and on the Volunteer Center cabinet. Kim recently shared how United Way helped her find her passion for our community. She said the Women's Leadership Council helped her connect and have a sense of purpose in this community. It's an impressive and inspiring group of ladies. This is a quote, "Once I started living United, suddenly Dalton seemed brighter and sweeter," and she said she witnessed a community where corporations and individuals came together to give back. It was something quite special that she had never had the privilege to experience in the other communities where she had lived previously. United Way brings together people with the passion and resources to improve lives in our community. Through our volunteer opportunities, we encourage everyone to plug in where they are most passionate. United Way programs cover the entire circle of life. We know that we all win when a child succeeds in school, when families' basic needs are met, and when people make healthy choices. If you are looking for a place to begin your volunteer journey, April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Although this topic can be difficult to talk about, we want to raise awareness of this issue in our community. United Way works to prevent child abuse through our community partners and programs. We also have services for those who, or United Way also has services for those who have experienced the trauma of abuse. These programs offer therapy, support, and hope for our most vulnerable. Advocating is another great way to get started in living out your purpose. If you have seen the pinwheels around town, those are a part of Pinwheels for Prevention, which helps bring awareness to child abuse. And during United Way's Women's Leadership Council Spring Symposium on April 24th, they are honoring Denim Day, an international day that brings awareness to sexual assault. With a simple statement, we are taking a stand and fighting for the safety of women and children in our community. There is a service opportunity out there for every passion. United Way invites you to discover your purpose by serving others. To find out what the volunteer opportunities are in our community or in your community, visit unitedway.org/volunteer. Give of yourself. Be a part of improving lives and making today a better day for someone in need. As they say, live united. And what a great program. What great things they do. Now on Friday at 7 p.m., local singer-songwriters Earl Bracklin and Charles C. Etheridge, as well as Ben Honeycutt, will share the Creative Arts Guild's Music Spotlight for a concert, the next in the Guild's Stories and Song Music series. Each artist will take turns playing their original compositions in the round. The in the round format refers to how performers sit together in the center of a stage, taking turns playing their songs and telling stories. The format became popular at the legendary Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, Tennessee, around 1985. The performance style proved so popular that many of the shows at the Bluebird Cafe utilize it, and other clubs in Nashville and elsewhere have duplicated it. Kathy Mateo, Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, and Taylor Swift are just a few of the artists whose talents have been displayed at the Bluebird Cafe during the In the Round open mic sessions. Bracket, you know what? More tomorrow on that. We're out of time. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.